I've heard from so many people that you're secretly married.
No, I'm not secretly married.
Let me see your hands. Looks like it.
Stop. You think I'm gonna get married and not have a big-ass party?
It seems like today I have the juiciest, most scandalous tea I've ever spilled. We're diving deep into the Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble saga. Kris Jenner, the ultimate momager and supposed puppet master of the Kardashian-Jenner empire, just got played like a fiddle by her boy toy. That's right, Corey Gamble, the man who's been riding Kris's coattails for nearly a decade, just pulled the ultimate reverse card. First of all, can we talk about this May-December romance? I mean, Kris is robbing the cradle so hard, it's practically grand theft. She's 25 years older than Corey, which means when she was changing Kim's diapers, Corey was probably still learning to walk. Talk about a generation gap. But here's where it gets juicy, folks. After 2 failed marriages, Kris thought she'd found her ride or die in Corey. Turns out he was more like her cash and dash. Word on the street is that Corey just up and left, taking a cool $300 million with him. I guess when Kris said, "You're doing amazing, sweetie," Corey took it as financial advice. Now let's rewind a bit. These two lovebirds met back in 2014 at a party. Kris was in the middle of her split from Caitlyn Jenner, and Corey swooped in like a vulture circling its prey. At the time, he was working as Justin Bieber's tour manager. I guess he saw Kris and thought, why manage one cash cow when I can milk the whole Kardashian farm? The Kardashian sisters were skeptical from the start. And honestly, can you blame them? Corey came out of nowhere, looking like he'd won the sugar mama lottery. Khloe even confronted him about his shady behavior. But Kris, blinded by love or maybe just desperate for attention, ignored all the red flags. She was probably too busy counting her money to notice Corey eyeing her bank account. Things got even weirder when Kanye West, of all people, started asking the real questions. He was like, why haven't we met Corey's family? Good point, yeah. For all we know, Corey could have been grown in a lab specifically to infiltrate the Kardashian clan. I mean, has anyone actually seen his birth certificate? Kanye even suggested that Corey was planted by Diddy to spy on the family. Now that's some next-level conspiracy theory right there. But honestly, with the way things are turning out, maybe Kanye was onto something. Is Corey the Kardashian family's very own Trojan horse? But wait, it gets better. Rumors started flying that Corey was cheating on Kris. At a party after Kris left early, probably to get her beauty sleep, those fillers don't inject themselves, you know, Corey was seen slipping into a room with another woman. Oof. Talk about biting the hand that feeds you and probably pays for your entire wardrobe. When Kris found out, she was furious. I mean, can you imagine? The woman who's made a career out of controlling her family's image couldn't even keep her own man in check. It's like the ultimate irony. The puppet master's strings got all tangled up. Now, here's where it gets really wild. There are whispers that Kris and Corey might actually be secretly married. Can you believe it? Kris Jenner, the queen of oversharing and monetizing every aspect of her life, might have tied the knot on the down low. What's next? A Kardashian doing something without cameras present? But hold on to your wigs because the drama doesn't stop there. Now the IRS is sniffing around Kris's finances, particularly her California community church. Apparently Kris might have been using the church to hide money for herself and her kids. I guess when Jesus said, "Render unto Caesar," Kris heard, "Render unto Kris R." Who knew the path to salvation came with tax breaks? And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, Hulu reportedly canceled The Kardashians. Ouch! That's gotta hurt more than Kris's last facelift. I mean, what's a Kardashian Jenner without a reality show? It's like a fish without water or Kim without contouring. Just doesn't make sense. Now, with Corey in the wind and $300 million missing, Kris is scrambling to save face. Can you imagine? The woman who turned her daughter's private video into a multi-million-dollar empire is now the one being taken for a ride. It's like watching a master chess player lose at tic-tac-toe. Let's not forget, Kris is the same woman who's been accused of pimping out her own daughters for fame and fortune. Now she's the one who got played? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. It's like karma came back with a vengeance, wearing Yeezy slides and carrying a Birkin bag. And poor Corey, not. He spent years being the Kardashian family's pet, following Kris around like a puppy. Now he's out there living his best life with Kris's money. I guess all those years of smiling for the cameras and pretending to care about Kylie's lip kits finally paid off. But here's the real tea. This whole saga just proves that the Kardashian-Jenner empire might be built on quicksand. I mean, if Kris Jenner, the woman who turned her family into a brand, can get conned this hard, what hope is there for the rest of us mere mortals? And let's talk about that age gap again, shall we? Kris is old enough to be Corey's mother, which makes this whole situation feel like some weird Oedipus complex gone wrong. It's like she was so busy trying to stay young, she forgot to act her age. Now Kris is left trying to salvage her reputation. Good luck with that, honey. When your whole brand is based on being the puppet master, and then the puppet runs off with your strings and your money, it's gonna take more than a well-timed Instagram post to fix that. The real victims in all of this? The Kardashian-Jenner kids. I mean, imagine having to explain to your children that grandma's boyfriend just robbed her blind. That's gonna be an awkward conversation at the next family dinner. Pass the salt, and oh, by the way, we're all broke now. But let's be real. This is probably the most exciting thing to happen to the Kardashians since Kim's 72-day marriage. I mean, their show was getting staler than last season's Balenciaga, and now they've got enough drama to fuel at least 3 more seasons. If they still had a show, that is. So, what's next for Kris Jenner? Will she track down Kory and get her money back? Will she find another boy toy to parade around Calabasas? Or will she finally realize that maybe, just maybe, it's time to retire from the spotlight and focus on being a grandma? One thing's for sure, this drama is far from over. Knowing Kris, she's probably already figuring out how to turn this whole mess into a new reality show. Keeping up with Kris's lawsuits? Anyone? In the meantime, we'll be here, watching this train wreck unfold with a bucket of popcorn and a gallon of tea. Because let's face it, besties, when it comes to the Kardashian Jenners, the drama never stops. So, what do you think? Is Kory the mastermind of the century? Or just another gold digger who struck it rich? Is Kris the victim here? Or is this just karma coming back to bite her in her surgically enhanced behind? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you're as obsessed with celebrity drama as I am, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You never know when I'll be back with more piping hot tea about your favorite or least favorite celebs.